welcome to the Best Books of October video. This month I had quite a few books that I rated 5 stars. It was a pretty good month of reading for me. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books that I really read and loved this month. The first one was a novella that I read, and that is Flowers for the Sea by Zin E. Rocklin. This was a very weird, odd novella about a group of humans that are living on a boat. Some calamity made it so that they had to live in the sea on a boat. The whole book's written in like this very visceral kind of ambiguous style. And it's about a woman who is pregnant with something. You don't know what she's pregnant with, but it's obviously maybe not quite human. So it is kind of a horror. It's got pretty graphic, sometimes gory imagery. It's definitely an adult book, but I really enjoyed it. It definitely has like heavy like Lovecraft influences as well. So I liked it a lot. It's a novella. It's a pretty quick read. I thought it was a really interesting story for the amount of page space you have. So I don't know, I really liked it. It was just something very different. And you know, I'd recommend it if you like kind of a horror Lovecraftian theme, and this was kind of had like a weird dystopia science fiction spin to it as well. Anyways, all right, so the second book is When Sorrows Come by Sean McGuire. This is the 15th October Day book. Yeah, this was really good. This is Tybalt and Toby get married. They get involved in a whole bunch of weird fae murders that are happening at the high court, and it was very well done. I've been reading these books for so long, like probably about 15 years now, and I love the characters. They're almost kind of like family, and so it's just fun to read them, and they continue to be very well written. I believe there's like 2 more books planned for that series, so yeah, very excited to read that one. Third book on the list is The One and Only Crystal Druid. This is the first book in the Guild Codex Unveiled series by Annette Marie. Again, this is part of the Guild Codex world, and this is the series featuring Zach, the Dark Druid. I've mentioned this many times on this channel that I was super looking forward to this book, and I didn't think it disappointed. I really, really liked it. I know some people weren't as much of a fan as I was, but I really enjoyed it, and it was very exciting to read. Okay, fourth one on the list here is Switcheye 8 Layer Volume 8. I did give this 5 stars. It's a little bit more of a transitional book in the manga series. They're back in town. They're getting prepared, they're getting prepped for this festival. It really features around that's this guy's name, Tarta, who is trying to help his friend Custis, who can't walk, and they're kind of figuring out how to deal with that. Again, I really love there's very intricate artwork in here. Very good story, very good characters. It's kind of a nice series just because the characters are fairly kind to each other and they're trying to help each other out with magic, and it's a neat world, and the adults in their lives are supportive and trying to help them learn and become better people and all that. So I really like the Switcheye 8 Layer series, and it would be appropriate. It's rated ages 10 plus, and that's probably fine. You could probably even read it to younger kids. There's maybe some stuff that might be a little scary in here, but I really have been enjoying it. All right, the next one on the list, the 5th one, is also another graphic novel type thing, and that is Gideon Falls Volume 3, Stations of the Cross. I really like this one. This is one where you finally start figuring out like what is going on with Gideon Falls. This is definitely adult. It is a horror graphic novel series, kind of like a supernatural horror about the city of Gideon Falls, and the Black Barn, which is a like portal of evil that is affecting Gideon Falls in various ways. And I'm not going to say more than that because it would be spoiling things. But if you like Lock and Key or other supernatural horror graphic novels, this one is very well done. The artwork's very good. They do some interesting framing and stuff. I'm trying to find something I can show here, just with how things are drawn. You can see they kind of paced in a lot of interesting layouts, and I have really enjoyed it a lot, and I'm looking forward to. I'm actually just finished reading 5, and I know this is 3, but I'm still enjoying it. There's only one more in the series, so there are 6 books total in this series. All right, so for the 6th one that I read that I really enjoyed in October, that is Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. This is the first book in the Burning series. This is kind of a epic fantasy / military fantasy. There is a lot of magic in here as well. Lots of characters. They're very well done, very easy to relate to, kind of complex world building. Just very well written. It's just very easy to get engaged in the story, and I really like how it's all put together. And I have been listening to these on audiobook. I'm actually listening to the 2nd book in the series, Fires of Vengeance, right now. And the guy who reads them does a really good job, so I think that's part of why I'm enjoying these so much. But yeah, just really good. I really, really enjoy them. And so I would recommend them if you like epic fantasy or military fantasy or whatever. I actually am not a huge military fantasy fan, but I really do like well-done epic fantasy where I can engage with the characters very easily. And so I am really into this series. It's just very exceptional, I think. So very looking forward to what Evan Winter writes in the future, and very much enjoying this epic fantasy series. All right. These 6, what am I on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7th book I have on the list is Quest of Thunder by Chris Laurel, and this is the 2nd book in the Stormborn Chronicles. Now, this is kind of one of those self-published deals. However, I have been really impressed with this series just because it's a very fun adventure fantasy. It's a young adult adventure fantasy. The adventure fantasy, it's kind of hard to say. I don't know, it's not like super romance focused like a lot of young adult fantasy. It's not really intrigue and political focused, although there's a little bit of that. It's very much about a girl who's an heir to a throne, and her family gets overthrown. She gets rescued by the stable master and taken out of the country. And she's spending a lot of time trying to figure out her history and learn how to use her magic powers. And she ends up going on a lot of different adventures to gain allies and quests to figure out her magical stuff. And this book kind of continues that. It is coined as a steampunk young adult book. I would say it feels more like an adventure fantasy to me than a steampunk book, but it does have steampunk elements. This 2nd book, Quest of Thunder, she actually joins a circus, a mechanical, not really circus. It's like a traveling carnival with mechanical animals and stuff in it. And she's learning a lot about her powers and her past and stuff while she's traveling with them. She's searching for the Phantazics, which are the airship gypsy people from the 1st book who have the information to really teach her and train her how to use her powers. In the 1st book, she kind of lost her powers, and then the 2nd book, she's trying to figure out how to gain them back and all that. So I very much enjoy it. It is self-published. Occasionally there are some little editing issues, but overall, really enjoying it. And I feel like just pure young adult adventure fantasies that aren't like super romance-driven or super intrigue-driven or something like that are kind of hard to find. So I've been enjoying it a lot. And I don't know if it's really a 5-star book, but I really like them when I read them, so I'm giving it 5 stars anyways. All right, and then the last one on the list is Bronzed Beasts, which is the 3rd book and final book in the Gilded Wolves series by Roshani Chokshi, and I think I always say that wrong. This has just been a phenomenal series, and a big part of it is due to her writing style. She just has a beautiful writing style that just makes all the characters' feelings and emotions really come alive, and the settings you're in are just so well described. You feel like you're actually there, and just fun too, because this one involved like going on a quest to find this secret temple to do this ritual thing to help, get rid of, I forget what they had. There's a process that they can like make kind of magical steampunky things, and they're going to try to get that out of the world. And there was a big twist at the end that was I thought was kind of unexpected, but fit really well with the story. So I just love how it wrapped up. I love how beautifully it's written, and I have enjoyed all the books in this series immensely, but this third one really blew me away. I thought it was just perfect. Just a perfect way to wrap up that series. So that is the 8th book on the list. Yeah, so it was a pretty good month for reading. I didn't read quite as many books as I normally do. I think I read like 16 or 17. In my defense, it was a pretty busy month for us. We did travel a bit. We went up north for a weekend, and then we went to Gamehole Con, and so I don't get a lot of reading done when we're running around like that. And on top of that, I mentioned in my Stacking the Shelves video, I was working on transitioning into a new job and prepping for like interviews and all this stuff. And I did get that job, which is great because it means all the work I put into it was worth it, but it was taking away from me doing a lot of other like fun stuff like reading. So yeah, but given that I had 8 books I really liked out of 17, that's a really great ratio. And so, yeah, very good month of reading for me. I'm reading a lot more right now just because I am kind of in this weird transition place. So I'm having a little bit more time at night to read. And yeah, very much looking forward to going through my November favorite books. Anyways, all right, that's all I have to say. If you're interested in more of these types of videos or more Stacking the Shelves, please feel free to subscribe or hit the little notification button. I try to post videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Wednesday is something like this. Sometimes it's like a tea subscription box unboxing or a best of list. I am still in the middle of doing kind of a series of videos that talk about different steampunk books I have read, and I am kind of stopping at that right now. I'm not going to stop. I'm still working on it, but I'm having a little lull in that now because of the traveling and the job change and all of that. But then Saturdays are always Stacking the Shelves, and I do get most of my Saturday videos up. So anyways, I hope you read a lot of great books in October, and if you want to post them below, I'm always really interested to see what other people are reading and hear about books they're loving. Other than that, I hope you have a great week of reading ahead of you, and I will talk to you later. Bye!